everyone. Welcome to Live Interactive English. I'm Mike.
I'm Rainbow.
And it's part 2 of our look at vacation photos.
Ooh.
So far, we've been doing a good job of avoiding typical vacation photo things. Although yesterday we did have our tourists sort of get... Well, he got ripped off. He got a little bit of money taken from him by a local costume character / businessman who kind of conned him or ripped him off.
$3.
Took a photo he didn't really want. So that's why today is going to be a great dialogue. This is more about improving your own photo skills. That way, you don't need other people to take your photos, so everything will be very, very safe. Are you pretty good with a camera? Like, do you like to use your cell phone camera and the filters and the effects? And do you have fun? Do you enjoy playing around with that stuff?
You know what? I really love taking photos of others for others.
Of other people for other people.
So let's say I'm on vacation.
Right.
I see you and your wife.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask if you want a picture.
Okay.
And then I'll take your photo for you.
And then if we say, hey, come join us in the picture.
No.
You might say, no, I got to take the picture. I can't be in the picture.
I love being behind the camera. I love it.
I'm kind of like you, but have you actually learned anything? Have you tried to improve your skills with the camera?
I had a photography class in school.
Okay.
And that was really helpful, but actually we used like professional cameras back then, and I don't use that. I just use my phone now.
Right, but that's a good tip though. I bet you in that, 2 or 3 hour class you might have had, you probably learned a lot. So if you are interested in taking photos of any kind, either as a professional or as part of your job, or maybe you just want your vacation photos to look amazing, I would recommend a little class.
Yeah, photography classes are so fun.
Go out to the park with your teacher. You can learn a lot of simple stuff that you might not figure out on your own, but in the end, you will see the results, and I think you will be happy. So let's check out some vacation photos, hopefully beautiful photos, where we're going to find out all about whatever is going on in our dialogue.
A tourist is standing in front of a famous clock.
Excuse me, could you take my picture?
Sure thing. Before I take the photo, would you like the focus to be on you or the clock?
I think it would be better if the clock is the focus. I want it to be the highlight.
Sure, no problem. Is there any specific angle or pose you prefer?
Not really. I'll just stand naturally. Thank you so much for your help.
You're welcome. Enjoy your time here.
All right, we are checking out some vacation photos. Now let's look at part 2 of our dialogue. We're going to be talking about a couple of things today. The first one, clarifying the photo's focus. Okay, this is one of those things you might learn in a photography class if you actually take one, and it's really good because you might think, oh, I'll just get the thing that's interesting in the picture and that'll be fine. Well, that is fine, but if you want it to look really great, you got to think about it a little more. I think this was called composition.
Ooh, fancy.
Where are the things in the picture that you're trying to take, right? Yes. Anyways, let's see. It says a tourist is standing in front of a famous clock. A famous clock. That must be Big Ben. That must be the Elizabeth Tower, I believe, in London, of course, at the Houses of Parliament. All right, so the tourist begins the dialogue.
Excuse me, could you take my picture?
No, I'm far too busy. Oh, wait, no, I'm a
help
friendly
me.
person in London. So a friendly person would say, sure thing, which is like a very definite yes, absolutely. And then the local person adds, before I take the photo, would you like the focus to be on you or the clock?
Oh, Oh.
Good question. I wonder how this person is so well trained in photography. But yes, basically, do you want to be the main thing in the picture, or the clock the main thing with just you kind of over in the corner? What kind of composition are you looking for?
I think it would be better if the clock is the focus. I want it to be the highlight. I'm not too important. The clock is.
Of course, I'm me, but I'm in London. So the London part is the part I really want to bring attention to. And the local person totally understands that's a very logical, smart thing to do. Sure, no problem, he says. I can do that. Is there any specific angle or pose you prefer? Another good question. Do you want it to be really low so the clock looks really high? Do you want it to be quite far away so the clock is just there right over your shoulder? You know, or there's kind of a special look or a feeling to the picture that you're trying to get.
That's right. And the word here that's used to describe that is specific. That's an adjective. Specific is an exact thing. I want it to be just like that. I want my head to be here and the clock to be on my left. That's being very specific. I'm being detailed about what I want. Now, specificity is the noun, can be used to describe many things. For example, I want to buy a piece of bread. Is there a specific store you want to buy it from? Like, where do you want to buy that from? So I have a sentence for you. Is there a specific brand of soda you'd like to buy? Like, do you want Coke or Pepsi or anything, or just any soda?
Yeah, if you're thirsty, anything would do. But if you're buying your favorite drink, you might have a specific kind of drink. Not all of them are just as good as the best one. That's your specific favorite. All right, not really, says the tourist lady. Nah, I don't really care about poses and angles and things like that. I just want a nice picture of me with the famous thing. I'll just stand naturally, she says, and then the local takes the photo, click, or thank you so much for your help, says the tourist.
The local says, you're welcome. Enjoy your time here.
That's right, a very polite way to end that little conversation, and I'm sure that photo will turn out great. All right, guys, we're going to take a break, then we'll be back with more camera stuff.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。我们今天要来继续看2段关于 vacation photos 的对话。第3段对话的小标题，它写到 clarifying the photos focus， 说明照片的焦点。好，那看一下这个动词 clarify， 它就表示阐明、说明，或是使什么清楚易懂。Mike 老师提到说，那这段对话可能是在讲这种拍照的构图吧，跟这有关。我们补充一下 compose 这个动词啊，它可以表达为照片、图像等等来构图。那它的名词 composition 就可以表达构图的意思。好，对话一开始，有一名游客就站在一个著名的钟前面，想要请当地人帮他拍照。对方感觉很专业，他就先问游客说，焦点是要放在他人身上，还是要放在钟上面？还有问他有没有偏好的特定角度或是姿势。好，我们来看一下单字 specific， 它是形容词，形容特定的、明确的或者是具体的。我们在后面加上字尾 ity， 变成 specificity， 这个名词则是指独特性、明确性或是具体性。好，那补充一下，说到这个著名的钟 ，Mike 老师他就有提到大笨钟，也就是 Big Ben， 或是称为 Elizabeth Tower。那它是位于英国伦敦西敏宫北端的钟楼。那么西敏宫就是英国国会的所在地，所以这时候老师有用到 Parliament 这个字 ，P-A-R-L-I-A-M-E-N-T。Parliament 表示国会或是议会。好，这边一个重点，我们进入文法时间。这边我们来学习 would like 表示想要，那常见的用法是 would like to 加原形动词，或者是 would like 加名词。would 在这个用法当中常常跟主词缩写，像 I'd, he'd, we'd 等等。我们看2个例句 I'd like to try on this dress， 我想试穿这件洋装。Would you like some more coffee？ 你还想再来点咖啡吗？好，接回到课文中。
A tourist approaches a security guard at a museum.
Excuse me, am I allowed to take pictures in this area?
Yes, you can take pictures, but please remember to turn off your camera's flash. It could bother other visitors.
Got it, no flash. Are there any other guidelines I should be aware of?
Please be careful around the displays and don't touch or lean on them. Also, tripods and selfie sticks are not allowed inside.
Understood. Luckily, I didn't bring either.
That's good. Just making sure.
Thank you for letting me know anyway. I'll be sure to follow the rules.
All right, we are back, and we're still taking photos.
Yep.
We're still on holiday,
Still
but
traveling.
we're not outside in London, for example, in front of a famous building. No, in some places, especially indoors, especially at museums. This is the kind of
You have
place
to
I
ask.
always think about. That's right, you have to ask. You're not actually always allowed to take photos everywhere you go. If you're outside and it's a famous building or a statue, probably no problem. But if you're inside in a museum and the things that are interesting are very old, for example, you need to be careful. Often there will be signs, but if you don't know, ask, because you don't want to get in trouble on holiday. So, confirming if taking photos is allowed. To confirm is basically to make sure that you have the right answer, to double check your information. And it says, a tourist approaches a security guard at a museum. So in a museum, in an old church, you know, something like that. Inside old places, they might have rules about this.
Okay, so tourist walks up to the guard and says, excuse me, am I allowed to take pictures in this area?
Great question to ask, straight to the point, and I'm sure the security guard hears this question a lot every day. So of course, he's got a quick answer. Yes, you can take pictures. Good. But please remember to turn off your camera's flash. It could bother other visitors.
That makes sense.
That does make sense. And I think also the flash of the camera, that very bright light that the camera uses sometimes, especially when you're trying to take pictures at night or in the dark or inside out of the sunlight, that flash, I think it can also damage old paintings.
Yeah.
Right? So that's another reason they often ask you to not use a flash. It might just say no flash when you're taking pictures inside. The flash from the camera scared the cat. That very bright light.
No flash at the zoo.
Meant that made the cat go running. It really bothered that cat, clearly.
And if something bothers you, that's a verb. It means it makes you upset. It makes you uncomfortable. It makes you go, oh, I don't like this.
Hey, are you doing the word bother?
One more time, what?
Are you doing the word bother?
What?
Okay, do the word bother.
Stop. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that means to bother
doing
somebody. All the time,
Are you doing it?
continuously,
Are you doing the word
again
bother?
and again
Are you
and
telling
again.
them about that word?
To annoy somebody.
Am I bothering you?
You know, to keep doing it again and again, even if they don't like it. That means to bother somebody.
Yeah. Do you have an older brother or sister?
Yeah.
You probably know
To hit
about
them
bothering.
all the time, you know? Yeah. A sentence for you. I'm sorry to bother you, but could you help me with this problem? That's a very polite way of saying, looks like you're doing something else, but I need your help. Can you give me some time?
There you go. You're not bothering me at all. I'm happy to help. All right, so back to the dialogue. Got it, no flash, says the tourist.
Yeah. Are there any other guidelines I should be aware of?
Good question. Another question. So I know about the flash. Anything else? Any other little rules that I don't want to break or get in trouble with? And yes, there are a few other things. The security guard says, please be careful around the displays and don't touch or lean on them. Very true. A lot of these things might be in glass boxes, kind of sitting there in the middle of the room. Don't bump into them. Don't touch the glass with your fingers. As my teachers used to say, you look with your eyes, you don't look with your hands. So, you know, respect other people, respect the museum, keep some distance, be nice and quiet, don't bother others, that kind of thing. It all makes sense. Also, here's a good tip for the people who want to take pictures. Also, tripods and selfie sticks are not allowed inside. If you have those things, keep them in a bag. Don't take them out and start using them inside the museum. Selfie sticks, you know those sticks you put your camera phone on the end and you use that. A tripod has 3 legs. That's with a tri, like triangle. And this is what photographers might use with a bigger camera to make sure the camera doesn't move. But don't use those things and be very careful around the displays. Displays are basically all the things that the museum has to show you. It could be art displays, it could be displays of old jewelry or old things from homes or whatever, but basically the stuff in the museum that you are there to see, they're presented in various kinds of displays. For example, there is a display of Stone Age tools in the museum, in glass boxes and up on the wall and all sorts of places.
Tourist says, understood, I got the rules. Luckily, I didn't bring either, so should be no problem.
That's absolutely no problem. That's good, says the security guard, just making sure. You know, I didn't think you were gonna break the rules. I just want to tell all of them to you, but it sounds like you'll be fine.
Tourist says, thank you for letting me know anyway. I'll be sure to follow the rules.
Great.
Good interaction, so
there
polite.
You go. Follow the rules and respect the other visitors at the
right.
museum, and everyone will have a great day. And we've had a great day with you guys, so thanks for joining us. Be careful out there with your cameras and selfie sticks, and don't get ripped off by a superhero. We'll see you back here sometime soon. Until then, bye. And happy snapping.
在第4段对话里面，一名游客走向博物馆的一名保全人员，想要问说能不能在那个区域拍照。保全就说可以拍照，可是要记得关掉相机的这个闪光灯，否则可能会打扰到其他访客。那么游客还进一步问说还有没有其他该知道的准则。保全人员就说啦，在陈列品附近要小心，不要触摸或是倚靠在上面。另外三脚架还有自拍棒都不能带进去。好，我们看单字 flash 就是闪光灯或是闪光灯的这个装置。那么 bother 是动词，表示打扰，使什么烦恼。那么 display 当名词，它表示展览品、陈列品，或是可以表达陈列、展示。再来补充单字 guideline 表示准则、指导方针，我们常常会用复数型来表示。好，那 Mike 老师在课程的最后有叮咛大家，出游拍照要多多注意，别被打扮成超级英雄的人物敲竹杠了。好，我们学一下这个用语 rip off。RIP 空格 OFF， 那这个用语就有那种敲竹杠啊、剥削或是诈欺的意思咯。好，这边一个重点，我们进入文法时间。好，这边我们来学习动词 allow 表示允许、准许，常常会用 allow somebody to 加原形动词，表达允许某人做某事。那被动语态是 somebody be allowed to 加原形动词，也就是某人被允许做某事。例如You are not allowed to take photos here. 这里禁止拍照。好，那也补充一下，当我们用 allow somebody or something to 加原形动词，还可以表达说让某人得以怎么样，使某事能够怎么样。像 working from home allows him to spend more quality time with his family. 居家办公让他能够有更多的时间陪伴家人，共度美好时光。好，那以上是今天的讲解，同学别走开，马上回来哦。
A tourist is standing in front of a famous clock.
Excuse me, could you take my picture?
Sure thing. Before I take the photo, would you like the focus to be on you or the clock?
I think it would be better if the clock is the focus. I want it to be the highlight.
Sure, no problem. Is there any specific angle or pose you prefer?
Not really. I'll just stand naturally. Thank you so much for your help.
You're welcome. Enjoy your time here.
A tourist approaches a security guard at a museum.
Excuse me, am I allowed to take pictures in this area?
Yes, you can take pictures, but please remember to turn off your camera's flash. It could bother other visitors.
Got it, no flash. Are there any other guidelines I should be aware of?
Please be careful around the displays and don't touch or lean on them. Also, tripods and selfie sticks are not allowed inside.
Understood. Luckily, I didn't bring either.
That's good. Just making sure.
Thank you for letting me know anyway. I'll be sure to follow the rules.
Today, we're going to take you to a beautiful place called Yuan Lin Zai Community. The Yuan Lin Zai Community is located on the outskirts of Jiayi. Now, it's a really popular tourist attraction, and there are many fun places to check out. For example, the 100-year-old lychee trees. And there's also the private guest house that is very big called Shunxing Yuan. You can go there and take lots of beautiful pictures as well. So let's take a look.
The Yuan Lin Zai Community is located on the outskirts of Chiayi City. This community is a traditional dispersed settlement built in a hilly area. This place is a popular tourist attraction. There are now many hot spots to check out in the community. One of the most remarkable places is the 100-year-old lychee trees. It is said that in the past, there weren't any lychee trees in Taiwan. During the Qing dynasty, these 2 lychee trees were the first ones that were delivered from Fujian province, China. Many farmers came here to get saplings. Now the lychee trees are large and lush. Many ripe lychees can be found on the trees. There is also a sign here that tells people all about lychees, including their origin. Another must-visit spot is Sun Sing Inn. This place is actually a private guest house with a large lawn. But it is open to the public. You can get a perfect view of Chiayi from here. Don't miss out on Happy Hill Bread Shop near Sun Sing Inn. Happy Hill is a store constructed from shipping containers that sells a variety of breads and meals. Many people come here to eat. Unlike other restaurants or bakeries, this place has beautiful scenery and a large lawn. Happy Hill Bread Shop is also equipped with a rooftop terrace. Tourists can get a bird's-eye view of Chiayi and the surrounding forests. The Yuan Lin Zai Community has also founded an Ecological Art Development Association to implement community development. Besides the lychee trees, there are many other must-visit spots. Cold Springs, the Tsai Naicheng Art Museum, the Tsai Naicheng Stone Sculpture Park. The association is dedicated to the conservation of these sites. The association hosts festivals such as the Tongue Blossom Festival in April and the Century Lychee Festival in June to promote the Yuan Lin Zai community. If you want to get away from the hustle and bustle of the city for a while, the Yuan Lin Zai community is the place to go.
After learning about Yuan Lin Zai Community, now we know that there are many places to visit and some festivals that you can attend as well. It certainly sounds like a lot of fun. Now, I hope you enjoyed the lesson today, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.